feels like it's kind of creeping into every part of life. So there's almost anything you don't do, even like doing laundry now involves technology. It's kind of ridiculous. So it's everywhere you look.
I don't know. It affects everything I do. I run a business, so I use my cell phone and my laptop all the time. I think it brings me closer to everybody else I need to communicate with. Both the internet and the cell phone. I hardly ever use a home phone anymore.
In a lot of ways, it's the cell phone. Because the cell phone is nowadays, from before when they had cell phones, they were like bricks. Like you just hold it around and like it's a pain in the butt. You don't get reception and you don't get anything. But now with the technology nowadays, it's beyond the past of people's knowledge.
It makes life so much easier. I mean, microwaves, fridges, TVs, food.
My husband has an iPad. I like to use that. My kids play games with it. I'm also a homeschooler, and so I teach my kids using computer programs. So obviously that kind of technology has really changed how I school.
Cool. Like, if you see it now, you gotta remember, 30 years ago, we didn't have technology. People were just like outside hanging around, or those old computer boxes and stuff. And now the technology is like, you can do so much more, and affecting on my life, it's like pretty good. I use it all the time. The internet's awesome. I use the cell phone and I get GPS.
Technology has come a long way, and it's definitely like, I don't know if it's hurting us or helping us, but it does both.
It's easier to, do things at work. I'm able to do things a lot quicker, surf the internet, get information quicker, that sort of thing.
I don't like it so much. I have a personal philosophy that quality of life is more important than quantity. And I just bought a cell phone just today because I need one, because I'm moving and I need something to be able to contact people. But when I was a kid, way in the dark ages, we had a phone that we would answer when we wanted to, instead of, oh, gotta answer my phone, oh, gotta answer my phone. The other thing is, I'm an audiophile, amongst other things, and you can buy something now that will be outdated in 6 months. And prices start high and low, but then you gotta have the next new thing, and once I broke loose from that, I save a lot of money, and I don't like having a cell phone. I only have one out of necessity, but.
Well, I work in the technology industry because I work for VMware. I would say that it's given me a job, but it also sometimes it takes away, I think, sometimes from the family unit, because sometimes you can be off in a room playing a video game, or you can be on your computer doing things, and it really kind of takes away from that family bonding time that you have at home that I cherish very much.
Positive, all things considered, although I think sometimes we spend so much time working the technology that it actually slows us down in the long run.
That goes both ways too, because I mean, like, for instance, take like a car manufacturing plant. They use the technology to help build the cars, which lets them produce a lot more quicker. But then there's also, like, TV, video games and stuff that will take away your attention from what, chores or something that you're supposed to be doing. So it goes both ways.
Mostly I think it has positive effects. I think that you can streamline a lot when you can use modern technology. I guess there's a lot of time wasting things you can do with it too, but I think sometimes we need that. I think you need to just be able to relax and let go and just play games or goof around with it, but I think mostly it's a positive thing.
Positive in the sense that we can produce more, but negative in the sense that we need less people to do it. Look at the current economic situation, near 10% unemployment. You go to Walmart and more people check out by machine than by human being. Those are jobs lost to machines. Again, I think we're losing the personal touch.
But I think sometimes the social networking part of some of technology, I think, takes a lot away from productivity.
Virtual reality, I think it'd be a lot more, the concept of being able to access things in 3D, kind of like the Minority Report, I think, you know.
You'll see the floating car.
Cars that'll drive themselves.
It's smaller and faster, but we're also going to be expected to use and know a whole lot more of it.
Probably the better question would be, what advancements are we not going to see? Because, I mean, it's always advancing. You know, phones are getting cooler every day. You know, the coolest computer stuff, like, it just hits the shelf, you go and get it, and then, like, the next day it's already, you know, out of date.
You know, the sky's the limit with technology. It's changing every single day. It's just amazing.
Probably about 6 hours a day at least.
12.
Well, since I work in that industry, I'm on my computer all day long. But that's part of my job. When I come home, I try not to be on the computer or my phone at all. As far as TV, I usually only watch about an hour to 2 hours of TV a week. Usually, that's about all.
Okay, cool. A lot. I can't live without my phone. I spend probably more of my day on some kind of, you know, technology than not.
But I play a lot. I get like 6 hours a day in technology. It's not bad.
Oh, probably 4 or 5 at least.
I spend about 8 hours. When I get off work, about 2 hours.
Facebook is right there, and it's simple and it's easy to contact, and I'm glad people made Facebook. I really am.
Overall, no. I mean, I guess if you're letting social media become your only social life, that's kind of sad. You're missing out on real human interaction.
Yeah, I think it has. I hope we mature into it, or we learn to use it more responsibly. It's shifting how we interact with people, and unfortunately, we're really immature in how we use it at this point in time. But hopefully, that'll get better.
Not really. It all depends on the individual. Yes, it does make it easier, you know, so you can just sit there on your computer, you know, you don't have that face-to-face interaction. But also, if you know, find people that, you know, actually still go out and talk with people, they can use, you know, what they learned from talking with people on Facebook, interacting, and they can use that and apply it in a face-to-face conversation.
Absolutely. I think it's personal information that shouldn't be shared with people. And I think a lot of stuff is, you know, on Facebook. I mean, what's the real reason for having a Facebook? I mean, why do people really want to go on Facebook? Just to meet other people, you know, and just go out and meet people. You know, like we're doing, we're talking, right? Yeah.
Yeah, I would have to say so, because I believe that I'm kind of an old school kind of person, and I like interaction, face to face with people. On the telephone is okay, but I like to sit down and talk with people, because I think you can be real with them. And I think Facebook and things like that, I really don't think you're real. I think it's really superficial. It might seem like relations, but I think it's very superficial. And that's just my opinion, but that's the way I think.